All right, now we're going to talk about the distance control in a bunker shot. I have a lot of my students asking me, how do you control distance in a bunker shot? How do you make the ball go a little further? How do you make it go shorter? We all know that the further you hit it, you probably have swung harder, assuming that we enter in the bunker in the same spot, which we all know is 2 inches behind the golf ball. But if you're entering the same spot, the way you can vary the distance of the golf ball doesn't have to be the distance of the golf swing. There's a couple ways to vary how far a ball goes. For example, if you had the club at that 2-inch entry point behind the golf ball, and you had one swing where you had the club open, one swing where it was slightly open, and one swing where it was square, and all three swings were the same. In other words, you took it back, let's say, to a 3/4 position, you'd have 3 different distances. So one of the ways you can control distance of the flight of a ball in a bunker is to change the opening and closing of the club face. One thing I would watch out for if you're using this, try not to get the club completely square. So when you're doing this, if you have it completely square, we probably won't have enough help from the bounce. Remember, when you open up a club face, when it opens, that bounce gets exposed. That's a good thing. That's what you want. That's what gets the club out of the sand. The more square you get, the less bounce you have. So the chances of sticking the club in the ground and getting stuck start to increase as you get square. So never let it get completely square. Always have it slightly open. So what I'll encourage my students to do is I'll have them have 3 golf balls right next to each other. And what they'll do is they'll hit 3 shots, the exact same swing. One of them, the club will be wide open. So they'll take the same swing. You'll see the ball come out. It'll come out pretty high. Won't go real far. The next one, they'll come in just a little bit square. You'll see the ball come out a touch lower. And the last one, I'll have them come in there almost square, but not dead square. Remember, you want to have a little bit of bounce. And you'll see the ball come out even lower, and it'll go a little bit further. So what happens is you'll start to get a feel for how high the ball goes and how far the ball goes. And what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to control the distance of the flight of your bunker shots just by changing the club face angle and not the golf swing.